it's Kayla. I am currently working on an art project, so I thought now might be a good time to toss on my headset and make another podcast. Since goodness knows I don't have enough time to do this on a regular basis, so I will take what time I can get. So my family's downstairs watching the Super Bowl. I was downstairs with them for a little while, but I don't know. Listening to it's not that fun. I'm not like a super football fan. I mean, it's cool. It's whatever. But my team's not playing, so I'm not super hype about it. Especially because, alright, don't hate me, but I like the Giants. And the last two times, well, not the last two, but in 07 and 11, the Patriots went up against the Giants, and the Giants won both times. That was awesome. So I was like, oh, cool. Maybe we could do it again. But no. Oh, I mean, I don't really care that much. I think entertainers get paid way too much anyway, so there's that. I guess I shouldn't really support their franchise when I don't think they should be making as much as they do. But logistics, right? But besides that, I took the girls that I tutor. I have two jobs. I work at a bookstore, and I also am a tutor / nanny, I guess you could call it. I pick up 3 girls 2 times a week. They're all sisters. And I take them to swimming, and I take them home. And then on the second time in the week that I do that, I tutor the younger 2. But I took the younger 2 to a swim meet this weekend. Well, this past weekend. And I don't know. It was like, there were a lot of people. And some like really little kids doing this swim meet. And I was just amazed. It almost made me want to get into swimming. But I don't really know how to swim. I never learned how when I was younger. And I've figured out the hard way that I could not swim to save my life. This past summer I actually had to have a lifeguard pull me in because I got caught in a rip current at the beach and couldn't get out of it, and that was terrifying. But after going to the swim meet, it was pretty cool, and I mean, these kids were putting in amazing times, and I don't know, it just seemed kind of fun. It made me almost want to join swimming, but that would require learning how. And then even if I learned how, I don't think I would want to compete, per se. I've never really been into competitive sports. I also don't really like team sports. And I know, I sound like a downer completely. But I think it's the whole, like, relying on other people thing. Because in a team sport, one person can make or break the game. And I don't want to be that one person either way. Like, I don't want to be the person who breaks the game, obviously for, good reason. But I also don't really want to be the person who makes it either, because then I might be expected to do that again. And that's a lot of pressure. So, yeah, never been one for team sports. I do enjoy individual sports, though. I used to do horseback riding, and I didn't really do it competitively. The only competing I really did was barrel racing, which was really fun. Like, I loved it. And while you technically were competing against other people in, like, times, like they would time you, I didn't have to focus on that because I could just focus on my time. And if I was getting better and, just kind of competing against myself. And I really enjoyed that. But I wasn't able to continue that because, A, they weren't my horses. I was friends with the person whose horses they were, and we weren't friends anymore for very much longer. And also, I was hit by a car leaving a play a few years ago, but it was about the time that I was horseback riding, and that kind of screwed everything up for a little while, because, you know, pain and stuff. But besides horseback riding, I used to do gymnastics when I was, like, little, and I liked that a lot. I honestly wish I could get back into that, but I don't know if I would have the flexibility or endurance to do that anymore, and I'm not about to be in the kiddie class, because it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, I know I would do it. If I, like, really wanted to do gymnastics, I would definitely go into the beginner's class again, but also, gymnastics is a hard sport to be in if you're a little busty, because leotards are not very successful at holding your chest in place. And, like, you don't want to wear a sports bra with one of those things. It's just a pain. So that would be, I don't know, I'd have to get, like, a special leotard or something if I were to ever do gymnastics again. But the other individual kind of sport I did was martial arts. And I absolutely loved martial arts. Like, it was amazing. It just was so, like, freeing and made you feel powerful, and it just, I loved it. It was great. But, you know, to be able to do it requires money and time, both of which I don't really have. So, I don't know, it's kind of a bummer. But only when I think about it. I don't generally have time to. It's not, like, on the forefront of my mind always, so that's good, you know. But I would get back into martial arts, like, in a heartbeat if I had the opportunity to. Like, the opportunity and the ability to. Because it was great. And I know I could have competed, doing sparring and, you know, performance-style competitions, like, judged on, arcatas, which are just routines. But I don't know. I think that takes away from it a little bit, in a way. So I wouldn't really want to compete. I would just want to do it again, because it's honestly great. Even for just the self-defense aspect, I would really recommend it to pretty much everybody, unless you physically, like, cannot do it. Just because, I don't know, I just think it's a good, like, whole body and even mind kind of wellness thing. I've also done yoga, very briefly. I did yoga, like, over the summer, but I really liked that too. It was a lot more difficult than I originally anticipated it was going to be. Because I went to, like, a beginner's flow class. I was like, okay, yeah, you know what, beginners, this'll be easy, you know, I'll get the hang of it. That thing was difficult. Like, I did not anticipate them to move that fast, and, like, some of those positions that you have to hold are crazy, and, like, I don't even know. But that was fun too. I would definitely go do that again. But again, the whole money and time kind of concept issue. Yeah, that prevents me from doing a lot, I feel like. A lot of stuff that I, like, really want to do and I should probably do, like, for health. Like, I have a gym membership. The money comes out of my account automatically every month. And I can honestly say I don't remember the last time I went, which is kind of sad. But I don't know. That one more comes down to time, because obviously if it's coming out of my account, I've got the money for it. because it's like the cheapest gym around here. So I just need to make the time to do it. Not that I'm unhealthy, I just could be healthier. Like, I still eat really well. I actually started trying to get a friend to eat better. I pick on them all the time for it because they just don't really eat during the day, and then they like binge eat at night. And not binge eat in like an unhealthy like eating disorder kind of way, but just that's just when they eat. That's just their time of day that they have all of their meals, because it's like 12 and 1 and 2 and 4, and I'm like, that's not healthy. Like, that's just not good for your body. So I've tried to set up like an incentive for them to eat healthier and in a more timely manner. I don't know, just overall better. And I'm not really sure if they appreciate me trying to help them or not. I don't know. They've said, they're like, I just need somebody to keep me on track. So hopefully they won't get fed up with me, because I don't know, I feel like I'm the kind of person that you get fed up with easily. But I'm also biased, because it's me talking about me. Like, I get sick of me some days. So yeah, just I'm biased. So hopefully I don't drive them out of their skull trying to help them get their eating and sleeping habits on a better track. Yeah, I know. I'm bizarre. But that's okay. Because I'm loved. By not just me. Like by friends and family, and they know I have their best interests at heart, even if I do get annoying. I also assume that I get annoying, apparently a lot more than I actually get annoying. So there's that too. But I'm serious about maybe trying the swimming thing. Like, I think I might actually try to learn how to swim this summer. Because, I don't know, being that I do live near the beach, it seems like a kind of valuable life skill to have. I mean, if I plan on making use of the recreation of the ocean. The ocean's weird, though. Like, you guys ever actually think about the ocean more than just, like, it's a big body of water? Because, for real, like, it's crazy. There are just, like, more animals than we can count living there. And the fact that we can't really see them is just crazy. Kind of scary, too, if you think about it. Like, you're swimming in these animals' home, and a lot of these animals, a lot might be an exaggeration, but there are some animals in the ocean that are like way bigger than you and could kill you like no problem. And that's pretty terrifying. I actually used to have a boyfriend who hated the ocean because of sharks. And I thought it was the funniest thing. Like, I understood the phobia, but I thought it was the funniest thing, because he was like one of those kinds of guys that was like always tried to be macho, and then we'd go to the beach and he'd be like, I'm not getting in the water. I was like, why? He's like, I'm not getting in the water, there's sharks in there. So if we ever went to the beach, we would literally just lay in the sun the whole time. So we didn't go to the beach often, and when we didn't stay very long. But I don't know, just knowing the person, it was pretty humorous. But I do think I actually might try to learn how to swim, because I don't know, it'd be another kind of thing, like an individual sport that I could do, as well as just being an overall good life skill for somebody who lives near water. And I don't know, I also have like, I've got a bad back and my sciatic nerve acts up every now and then, so being able to do something like that would actually probably be pretty good for my health. Like, it'd be, because we have a pool at my house, and if I learn how to swim, like, well-ish at least, I could use the pool a lot more this summer and get my exercise in, and I don't know, it would probably help my back a lot, honestly, because the whole, like, less gravity thing, and if I was swimming, it would strengthen everything, so, yeah, I think I'll actually look into that. I'd have to get over the whole embarrassment factor of being, you know, an adult who lives near the ocean who doesn't know how to swim kind of thing, in order to get lessons. But I will let you guys keep me accountable to that. Like, feel free to ask me this summer, or remind me this summer, because I've got a crappy memory, that I said something about looking into swimming lessons, because I really do think it's something I should do. Plus, if I get swimming lessons, I can, like, tell the girls that I tutor, like, oh, I can't swim, and then, like, we can go swimming this summer, and I can just, like, show them up, like, be a boss. Be like, aha, I learned, I'm a pro. I think that'd be funny, honestly. So yeah, definitely keep me accountable to that. And if you don't, then hopefully I remember to do it. No guarantee, but it is now documented online. So it's not like I can't come back and listen to this or find it or... Wow, I should not listen to my own podcast. That just sounds really, I don't know, self-centered, I guess, is a good description of how that sounds. I don't know. Well, I have to listen to it, you know, to edit it and stuff like that, but I should not come back onto my blog and listen to my own podcasts later. Yeah, that just sounds really conceited, so maybe we'll avoid that, but it'll be documented nonetheless, which is good. Also, guys, I have way more energy than I should at this time of night, and I'm not sure why. Like, I've not gotten too much sleep recently, so I shouldn't be this awake, but I am. It's kind of annoying. Hopefully, I can get some sleep tonight, though, because I've got a ton to do tomorrow. It's one of my super early days at classes, too, which I don't know why I ever signed up for, like, morning classes. Just remember how much of a mistake it is every time. And the thing is, it's not, like, just a morning class, it's a science. And I just don't think science should be taken that early in the morning. It just doesn't seem conducive. But I did it. And I have to go, because I'm a good student, and I need to keep up my grade point average, because scholarships and, you know, resumes and all that good stuff that comes with college. Oh, I don't know if I said I was in college last time, but yeah, I'm a college student. Yes, I do have 2 jobs. I did say I've got a lot going on. Maybe I did say I was a college student, because I was explaining how busy I was, I think. But, like, I'm not exaggerating in the slightest that I am really that busy. I have friends that just, like, I don't know if I offend them, but they don't know, what to do about me. They're like, look, you just get up with me when you're free because my schedule's way more open than yours. I was like, yeah, that's pretty typical. I don't know too many people that keep the same kind of schedule as me, and the ones that do don't have too much of a social life. Not to say that I do, but it's not bad. Like, I hung out with a friend last night, and I've got plans with a friend, like, later this week. So, it's not, like, non-existent. It's not thriving either, I wouldn't say. But I still have friends I get to hang out with, which is good. Everybody needs that. Well, I say friends. I have a lot of friendly acquaintances. And I don't know. I have very few, like, friends. And, like, my best friend doesn't even live near me anymore. She's, like, 3 hours from me, and that seriously bums me out. Because I miss her often. And I know I can text her, or I could call her, and that's great, and all, but it's just not the same, you know? Like, because her and I lived pretty close to each other for most of our lives. And that was wonderful, because once we could both drive, you know, it was no big deal to just show up at each other's houses. And now I can't, like, just show up at her house. I've got to plan, be like, oh, so I don't work these days. Can I come over, please? And drive 3 hours to see you and stay a day or two and then drive 3 hours back so I can get to school and work and all that fun stuff. So, I don't know. It's rough sometimes. Especially because her and I have been friends for like 14 years. Yeah, 14 going on 15 years. So, to not have that friend be near me anymore is really weird. And I know it's just part of being an adult, but it's still, you know, it still sucks. And I can say that. It sucks. I wouldn't have it any other way, because she's happy and she is thriving where she is, and that makes me ecstatic, because I only want the best for her. But there are still days that I'm like, man, I wish she still lived close by, because this whole, like, long distance friendship thing kind of sucks. Especially because we're both really busy. So, like, to get a time to even talk on the phone is pretty rare. But, you know. Well, it'll happen eventually. One day when we're both, like, settled and not in college anymore, and I don't know, maybe we'll see each other more then. Who knows? I can hope so. Sorry if you hear rustling, by the way, because I did say I was working on an art project, but I don't want it to annoy you. I am super excited about this art project, though. It's going to be super cute. It's for a friend of mine. And I don't know. I'm really happy with it. I've already been working on it for a few hours, and it's probably still going to take me a few more to finish, but I'm probably going to finish it tonight. Which, I don't know if that's wise of me, because I do need to do homework as well. But, you know, logistics. It'll get done. But it's going to involve a lot of glue. So I want it to have time to dry. But I am a very artsy kind of person. Like, I do enjoy, like, music. I'm a singer. I love to sing. I am also self-teaching piano. I know how to play clarinet. And I have a guitar, and I started to self-teach guitar, but, you know, schedule and stuff has prevented me from being more serious about that. Also, it's super shallow of me to say, but I really don't want to cut my nails, because I used to have a really bad nail biting problem, and I don't know, my nails are pretty now, because I finally broke the habit, and I don't want to cut them all short so that I can, you know, do chords. But, so I've not been super serious about that yet, but I have the guitar, so when I decide to be, it's available, which is nice. But, yeah, I know how to play clarinet, self-teaching piano, sort of self-teaching guitar, I sing. And, besides, like, music, I really like arts and crafts, coloring. I do paintings, like, of my own. I do drawings of my own. I know how to crochet and knit. I crochet much more often than I knit, though. I'm actually currently in the process of making scarves for, like, 2 different people and a blanket for my mom. I think that's it, crocheting-wise. I am limited in my knowledge of how to crochet, though, so my projects are scarves or blankets, because I only know how to do squares and rectangles right now. I did get a book recently, though. I think I actually got that for Christmas. But, that, like, teaches crochet patterns, so once I can get, like, the stitch count down and stuff like that, I can, you know, do actual patterns and maybe make a hat or some socks. Socks are good, especially in the wintertime. But I have that stuff, and I think I just have an obsession with art supplies, because I honestly pick up new artistic hobbies, I think, just so I could own the supplies. Like, I decided to learn how to do macrame, and I've not done too much with it yet, but I got my own rope and started conditioning it myself. Like, conditioning it, I'm going to dye it, but I think it's just because I wanted to own rope, and that's ridiculous. Like, I had no need for the rope before I decided to do macrame, but then I decided I was going to do macrame, so now I need the rope. And I mean, it's going to be super cool. Like, if you guys know what those, like, bead hangings are that go, like, in doorways, I am conditioning rope in order to make one of those for my door. And it's going to have this really pretty, like, knotted pattern at the top, and I'm going to dip dye it in orange, so it's going to be the natural rope color all the way until you get to the very bottom, and the bottoms are going to be orange, which I think is going to be super cool. I guess we'll see. The image in my head is super cool. The execution of it, we'll see. But even, like, baking and stuff like that, I mean, I consider it artsy, but I love to do it. I don't know if just that half of my brain is super strong, because I'm also a very, like, science, math, logical kind of thinker. So, I don't know. Maybe both halves of my brain are equally active, or maybe I'm just tricking myself, which I would be impressed with myself if I was tricking myself as well, because I'm not like I don't know a good word. Like, I'm a decent artist. I'm not bad at it. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a quick learner, because pretty much everything, with the exception of skateboarding, pretty much everything I've picked up and tried to learn, I've been relatively good at pretty quick. So I think I'm just a good learner. Like, I learn fast. So nothing's really ever been too difficult, which is good. I mean, it annoys some people sometimes, because they get super mad at me when we start something at the same time, or they've been doing it longer and I end up being better at it than them. And I mean, I feel bad, because I don't know, I don't like having a ton of attention on me, especially if you know, I don't deserve it. And I feel like instances like that I don't. You know, because I am just doing it to do it, and there are people who have done it because, you know, something they really, really enjoy doing. And I'm over here like, well, I got it down, so whatever. I mean, not actually, but I'm sure that's how they perceive me as being, which is bad. I wish it wasn't that way sometimes. But then again, it also comes in handy picking things up pretty quickly, because that means when I make new friends and they want to, you know, do an activity that I'm not familiar with, I can learn it pretty quickly to do with them, or, you know, I can include different people because I can be that kind of like common interest bridge if there's a gap, you know, and so it does come in handy. It's not always bad. I mean, it's not bad in itself anyway, it's just annoying occasionally, I'm sure. But it's a great ministry tool. Like I said, it allows me to kind of get to know and relate to people pretty quickly. So, you know, if there's somebody I'm trying to befriend or, you know, minister to or disciple, it is really great if I'm able to just kind of meet people where they are and not have to struggle to do it. So that's when I really, really like that aspect of myself. Like, there are some things that I have a hard time getting. Like, if I were to meet somebody and they were to be like, yeah, I'm super into skateboarding, I'd be like, alright, well, I'll bike or roller skate, because skateboarding and I are not friends. I can longboard, sometimes, if the hill's not too steep, but it's not something I have a extreme coordination with. So I'd have to leave the skate park ministry to, you know, other friends of mine. But for a lot of other things, it comes in handy. Like, I have a friend who, they have faith that doesn't really align with mine, and that's okay. I mean, I still love him anyway. It doesn't change the fact that we're friends, and I don't think we shouldn't be friends because of it. But I feel like I'm able to connect to them a little bit better, and I feel like they're more comfortable listening to me when I talk about faith, because I have a common interest of art with them, which is great, because I really enjoy being able to be enthusiastic and supportive of their art endeavors, and I really like to be able to share mine with them too. And it's just super cool how it works. And, you know, I feel like, I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. But I feel like our shared interest of, like, art kind of makes it easier, maybe, to open up to me, or to listen to me, or, you know, like, somebody who has no common ground with me isn't gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, whatever, it's fine, we have nothing in common, but sure, I'll listen to you. Like, that's not common, so I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, I think. Which, isn't that what podcasts are for anyway? Rambling. I feel like I've gone all over the place tonight, though. I was thinking about talking about the swimming, but I guess that's just not where my brain needed to be tonight. But, yeah. Thank you for listening, if you've made it this far. And if you haven't, well, try again later. But, yeah. Thanks, guys. See ya.